Alright, in the previous module you of course saw how to add a header to your document, and you've already seen how to add a page number. In this module we'll tackle adding a footer, and you probably already know where to start, and that's of course to go to the Insert tab of your ribbon, and in your header and footer groupings choose the footer gallery, and you can add a part from your footer gallery as you so choose. The conservative adds a page with a page field, and you can make it match what you did before with your graphics, whatever. What I want to point out here, or what I want to use the time in this module for, is kind of the manual creation of the header and footer information. And for that, and again, these concepts hold true whether you're dealing with a header or a footer, just click on the Edit Footer or Edit Header, and it brings you down to kind of the equivalent of a blank sheet of paper in the footer information. So once again, that snaps in the Design tab in your header and footer tools, and then you can start adding kind of manual text as appropriate by Brian, inserted by Brian, whatever, however you're going to use the Magna Carta. So now that text is there, and of course it's in, if I close this, it's going to be in all the different pages of my document. I want to edit it once again. I can do this, by the way. I can give it a double click, and now I'm editing footer information. I can also edit the header if I double click either in the space for the footer or the space for the header. So I have that information there now. If I tab over also, it will take me to a center justified tab. And that's another thing that I recommend when you're dealing with headers and footers, is that you remember to go to the View tab and have your ruler turned on, because it will really help you with understanding where text is going to appear, and you can adjust those tabs if you want to, or add tabs if you want to as well. So once again, if you're kind of manually creating, you have all the font options, all the text box options that are normally available. So if you want to know how to format that text, for example, if you want to change the color to blue or red or green, that's fine. So all those options that you saw in Chapter 4 are available to you if you're dealing with a header or footer. So no big deal there. Once again, if I tab over, it takes me to the middle because of the tabs that I've set. If I go and I add a page number, here's what I want to caution you about. Let's say like, oh, I want a page number in the middle of the page. Well, again, that kind of adds a different layer to the footer, and it's going to cover up what's already there. So I'm going to undo that right now. Instead, go to your Quick Parts gallery. Go to your Insert grouping and click on Quick Parts, and then choose Field instead. Now from the Field dialog box that you see here, you have a big set of fields that you can choose from. And one of those fields, of course, is the page. So you can choose then, depending on what you choose here, you have field properties. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 with dash on either side. Great. So let's click on OK and see what that's going to look like. So the formatting is going to be consistent with what you've already used. Of course, it doesn't have to be that way. We're dealing with a field. You can make it bold. You can change the color. So however you want to do it. And that's how you start to build a customized header and footer. Again, kind of stay away from your galleries here and just do things however you see fit, text boxes, and when you insert fields, insert it from the Quick Parts field choice.